am child-free, and if I ever have to remind myself about why I never want to have children, all I have to do is go and sort of stand in Tesco for 5 minutes on a Saturday morning, cured of any paternal instincts I didn't have anyway. Just recently, whilst I've been performing, you know, I've seen several poets say that they can't stand other poets who are always apologising. So I'm afraid I still have to apologise, because I only I realised I was doing this last night and I had a crisis of material. So I sat myself down with a paper and pen and wondered what to write. Panicked in brain and going insane at 8 o'clock at night. Circular thinking, cerebrally shrinking, but inspiration none. 9 o'clock now and sweating of brow, my problems had truly begun. But I looked for a source and I found it, of course, but when I turned on my TV, I felt so bored and so mentally sore as soon as I chose Channel 3. There was a decadent anti-celebrity rant and the chef who did turn the air blue, and talent who got it, but this just was not it, and then 10 o'clock came on cue. Sad information, cheap speculation, and evil sensationalised, and stories so low from the 6:30 show, from which they'd all been reprised. Then a lady called Heather said whether the weather would be good fair weather or not, and then on came a show of a film, I don't know, punctuated by adverts of grot. Praying asleep, praying a week, I still needed something to write, and the film was a lore of horrible horror, so I wouldn't be sleeping that night. So through the small hours I saw ivory towers being shown on the Parliament Channel, with arrogant losers and arrogant schmoozers besuited and talking in flannel, which sad regression turned into depression that finally dragged me to sleep. But the nightmares persisted, not to be resisted, as into the blackness they creep. So I woke in the morn, now feeling forlorn, seeing I'd failed in my task. Time was so short and I felt so caught, a poem was too much to ask. But then I felt all right as I thought of the night, as I slowly rose up from my bed. I remembered it all with near perfect recall, so I wrote all that instead. On occasion, as a poet, I go through this sort of the inevitable period of writer's block, as some of us, I suspect, have. And I find if I'm ever in that situation, if I can't think of any poems of my own, the easiest thing to do is to steal somebody else's. Well, rather, bring somebody else's poems up to date. I don't know if you're familiar with the poem called If by Rudyard Kipling. Well, I decided to sort of bring it up to date into the 21st century. If you can keep your home while all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and make no allowance for their doubting too, if you cannot wait but keep others waiting, or put lies about and deal in lies, or give hatred and make your way by hating, and look oh so good and sad oh so wise. If you cannot wait but keep others waiting, if you do not think but make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and claim to Mr. Paxman that they're both the same, if you can bear to see the lies you've spoken published by hacks to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and get someone else to fix them without the necessary tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk them on one turn at Northern Rock and lose and start again at your beginnings and refuse to tell the truth when in the dock. If you insist and force with total nerve to serve your turn long after you should have gone, and so hold on when there is nothing left in you except the ego which says to them, you're wrong. If you can talk with crowds whilst claiming virtue, or talk like kings, having lost the common touch, if your foes and fobbed off friends can't hurt you, if no men can with you, but you so much, if you can fill an interviewer's minute with 60 words worth the same as none, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and which is more, you'll be an MP, my son. Is dedicated to anyone who's had to do an incredibly dull job for someone they hate. Because I have worked in Apple through weeks and months and years. I have known the good times and also known the tears. And I once worked in an office where my friends and I were blue because of managers who'd ask us what we knew not actually do. I said, well, I open files, close files, make files, take files, split files and copy files. Scan files, plan files, merge files, purge files, date files, rate files, style files and file files. Store files, core files and many, many more files. Load files, code files, give out all the O files, len files, send files, mend, send and end files, mail files, trail files, email, electronic files, create and update and redate and inflate files, employ files, deploy files and finally destroy files. Is that all he said? I said, well no. I do this. For your files, my files, their files, spare files, old files, new files, borrowed and the blue files, red files, green files, grey files, black files, yellow files, white files, heavy and the light files, box files, card files, all the battle scar files, hard files, star files, measured by the yard files, small files, tall files, halfway up the wall files, official files, office files, and all around the Scottish files. But when I wake up, what I know I'm going to be the man who's making files for you. What I know I'm going to dream about the files I've left on you. For I would make 500 files, and I would make 1,000 files. You've just knocked on the bloody floor. So now, I'll lift files, sift files, reshell and shift files, wrap files, stack files, move them on the stack files, tidy untidy files, all the bona fide files, local files, token files, throw out all the broken files, unmix the mixed files, like all your dirty tricks files, and for all your other files, because that is what I do with files. Thank you.
Hey! If you'd like to come and hear some more Anthony Fairweather, well, I certainly am going to be here doing that. And also, with your If Kipling thing, you reminded me of this old poem I did. Kind of did. This is, it says here, in today's harsh metrosexual world, things may not have gone so well and so smoothly for the owl and the pussycat. It's called Lear Aenear. The owl and the pussycat went to sea, but they really didn't get on. The owl was pissed off that the boat was pea green and the fiver they'd stashed was long gone. When the owl started humming and strumming a tune, the pussy felt silence was marred. And as for the honey, the owl preferred Ronnie, while the cat, so I'm told, liked it hard. Said the puss to the owl, "You're a stupid old fowl, don't know why we came out here together." Said the owl to the puss, "I'm a dong, you're a wuss, and you've got quite a fetish for feather." "Okay," said the cat, "I remember that fact, but you promised a pig and a bong tree, and you've ruined me ring, and you can't even sing, and I may have been barked up the wrong tree." "There's a pig who is willing, for only a shilling," said the owl, "though he may make you mince. But I've had enough of your manky old chuff now, fuck off, I'm eating a quiz." So they both made a date with a branch of Relate that was run by a horny old turkey, but their hearts just weren't in it. And after a minute, the three of them got down and dirty. What later ensued is far, far too rude to relate to the folks in this room, but involved lots of shrieking, some punishing beaking, and the end of a runtable spoon. Oh my. And the end of a runtable spoon. Thank you!